This is the guy, this is the Donald Trump in our business. He runs our Chilean operation, and he is really a mean guy. He is tough. And let me tell you, when he gave them that check, look at that face of him. I often send him this picture and say, you see what happens when you give? His wife's like, whoa, I've never seen him smile like that. So I've sort of dealt with what happens on the business level. Reduced employee turnover, safer environment, less waste, less all these things. I go out and speak to many CEOs. And when I speak to them, this is what they're interested in. But it's the wrong thing. This comes as a result of living a Christ-centered business with love. That's what happens. It's not doing it, and so many of them get their life screwed up. They're like, okay, I want that, I want that. How do I get that? You do it in the heart. It starts there first. And if you do it for these reasons, don't do it. Because your employees will catch you out. The heart is an incredibly sensitive little machine. It can sense non-authentic love. It can sense if you're doing it for the wrong reasons. So if you're going to do this, if you're going to go down this thing, check your heart. Make sure that it's full of love, because you're going to need a ton of it to pour out. And that comes from daily prayer. You have to be centered in daily prayer every single day. Because if you don't, that love in your heart dries up. And when it dries up, everything else dries up. And so if you're going to embark on this thing, check those two things. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and make sure you nourish your heart every day. Because if you don't, this is just a short-term program. One of the other things I want to share with you is, why do we do this whole thing? We do it because we love. We want to show unconditional love. But let me show you what the real benefit is of doing it this way.
We've had several other charities come in, and all of them have been wonderful. And I just think this whole program has just influenced my heart so much. It's made me a better person.
Polydeck has really grown over the last, 9 years since I've been here. We've grown at a tremendous rate. And one of the great things about growing now and being able to become a bigger company and have more employees is we're able to reach out to more people in the community. And the more people that we employ, the more people that we can touch every day. And you know, and that we can bring a glimpse of God into their life from a company-wide point of view.
Recently at our company, we have made an expansion, and we now have an in-house chapel in our company with prayer benches, stained glass windows, the whole 9 yards, just like you'd see a chapel in a church. And I was really taken back the other day when I heard my boss actually say to somebody, "Let me show you my boss's office." And it didn't hit me at first. I thought, his boss? Who was his boss? And he took the people to the chapel. And to hear him say that this is his boss's office meant more to me than he'll ever know. Because to know that my boss has Jesus Christ as his boss means all the difference.
Young man working night shift. We talk in passing. He's in the same department with me, and over a period of a few weeks, we became, friends. Got to be friends, and he would share with me about some problems he was having, and I would talk to him, share my faith with him, and one evening I could tell that he was just having a bad day. And I said, what's wrong? Anything I can do to help? And he just said, I was having a rough time, and a lot of the things you've told me and talked to me about have really been on my mind. And so at that point, I really shared with him about the Lord and Jesus and how He died for me, and so that I one day could, make a choice of being saved. And I told him, I said, it's so simple. I shared how to become saved, and I said, if you want to, we can do it right here. No one will care. And he thought for a minute. He said, let me think. So the next day, I came in, and didn't think more about it that day. He came in on his shift, and he come up to me and he said, I got something to tell you. I said, what? He said, last night after you left. He said, I got to thinking about what you said. He said, and I just broke down. He said, I went up front to the chapel, shut the door. Nobody in there but me talking to God. He said, and I asked Jesus to save me right there. And man, that's just so powerful.
Now, isn't that beautiful? As a CEO of a company, to create an environment, a mission field, that you can change someone's heart. Eternally. Just think about that. There's eternal value in your job. And if you can do that, that changes everything. It gives you purpose, makes you want to get up in the morning. And I don't care about the profits anymore. I care about touching people's lives, making them better, bringing them closer to God.